All right. 2024 election is not like the 2020 election. I got called election denier over and over and over again. Here's the thing. The 2020 election had 60, 70, 80, whatever the hell it was, legal investigations, cases, everything else. Not one shred of evidence that would have changed the election, the outcome of the election. This election, we had record number of registrations for women, record number of registrations for youth, record number of registrations for blacks and Hispanics. Breaking records across the board, every type of record, 75% Kamala Harris. We had Taylor Swift make one tweet about registering and talking about and they registered Democrat, 1.5 million. At the same time, we had states like Texas that last year, in 2020, Ken Paxton was tied to 2.5 million ballots disappearing. That was part of the case that got him impeached. He got to keep his job because Texas protected him. But this was a big set of ballots just disappeared. This year, millions of ballots nationwide, especially in swing states, Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania. They purged these ballots. There was a couple of states where you can actually rat on somebody in your town and say, I don't think that person's going to, cast a legitimate vote. And you can cancel their voting rights. They would have to accidentally figure out that they're not registered to vote anymore. But you could literally cancel their vote. It's up to them to fix it. But they're not told by the state they were canceled. Now, let's take a guess. If you looked at every single vote that was purged, you think there were any of them at all out of the millions and millions of them that were Republican? Any of them? Okay. Same thing happened during the election. Like on election day, counting the votes. There were states across the country where when you break down the presidential vote being for Donald Trump because he won every swing state and the down ballot votes being Democrat, it would actually mean by simple math that hundreds of thousands of someone's voted Donald Trump and all Democrats. Because if they voted all Republicans, the down ballot Republicans would have won too. It just doesn't make sense any other way. This is evidence. This is proof. This is simple math. This isn't conspiracy. So when you're looking at all of this stuff and you look at the comparisons between 2020 and 2024, the big difference is there's actual evidence in 2024. A lot of it. And we have a prosecutor that was up against a convict, a felon, with plenty of legal issues waiting in the wings. And if you notice, the courts, Jack Smith, they asked for a delay of 1 month, 2 months to determine what they're going to do with all these cases. Remember, everyone's going, yep, they're going to drop the case. Yep, they're dropping the case. Trump's taking over. This is our new hell for 4 years. Be afraid, everybody. Be very afraid. Look at what's going on. All these that's what they're focused on. They did the same damn thing with this. But the fact of the matter is, it's not going to happen. He's showing his cards. The things that are going on out in the open with everything are there. He's pissing off his supporters. He's pissing off the senators and the Congress people that supported him this entire time blindly. He is showing his true colors, and the Democrats are sitting back, the prosecutor and the president with presidential immunity that you could tell just by looking at him in that face-to-face. One of two things happened that day for sure. Trump was advised of some pretty heavy facts that are negative in his life. That's what his facial expression said. Joe Biden's smile across his face and hands on his knees like an anxious kid said, I can't wait to watch what's about to happen to you, pal, but I can't say anything. No! Now think of that while you watch Kamala Harris's concession speech again. Think of the messages they're sending. AOC and what she said, that there's something so big they can't discuss it on TikTok. It's too big, it's too in-depth, so she'll just mail information about it. So sign up for her emails. The Republicans haven't said a word. Where's Lauren Boebert? Where's MTG bragging about the win? Where are these egotistical Republicans all bragging about the win? Matt Gaetz jumped ship, walked away from his seat so his ethics investigation paperwork doesn't get released because of a job he was promised in the Trump administration that will never happen. Marco Rubio. When the presidential votes aren't right, neither are the Senate votes and the Congress votes. So everyone making plans for future Senate moves and congressional moves because the Republicans will run everything, stop, because they're not. Everyone's getting mad at each other right now. It's because of white women that she didn't win. No, it's because of Latinos that turned their back on a Latino. Stop. The numbers weren't right. So the numbers you're pissed off about and you're blaming somebody else for, and you're getting angry at subdividing the Democrats now. Already split the Republican and Democrats. Now let's break up the Democrats. Get them fighting amongst each other. That's what they're doing. It's all part of the same campaign. Now Democrats are pissed off at other Democrats. I'm sick of hearing about this having hope bullshit. Yeah, have hope. You know why? Because it's not over. Because if you can see the big red flags, and I saw them on election night. You don't think a lifelong prosecutor and all the intelligence and all the people that have been watching Russia and all the other people and Elon Musk, there were how many raids already? They got so greedy with their scam. Peter Thiel invested in a betting thing that will take bets illegally on the presidential campaign, and someone won $5 billion through fake accounts. And they knew exactly the spread of the final numbers of Trump's numbers. Marjorie Taylor Greene knew how many electoral college votes he was going to end up with days before it happened. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, I guess that's why she's being put in charge of education of our children. So she could teach them about... Come on, people. The Democrats are happy as hell. Joe Biden obviously happy as hell. Because of how the egos of the Republicans have just let stuff fly. They are destroying themselves within by the Democrats staying out of it. The concession speeches, watch again.